decision. Everybody walked out of the presentations extremely excited and very, very engaged to begin this process. It will be quite a process to go through and look at what are we going to put out to market, how are we going to make sure that our citizens are engaged, that the developers see what it is that we have, what's exciting, and then also that it's easy to use, it's easy to work, that it's efficient for the back end, and that we have tracking and various components that we can keep track of to manage what our citizens are asking and their requests and how projects and different things are going. So our payments are over a 3-year period. This is paid over 3 years, it's interest-free. So we have that opportunity to spread this over 3 years and not pay everything up front. So no interest, that's great. We can use our city dollars in other ways that we need. We know we have lots of needs in the city that we're looking at. And we do have, there are annual expenditures I want to make sure that you're aware of. This includes Vision Live subscription. It's $6,800 a year. That's kind of the back-end component. That's an ongoing expense. We would pay that whoever we went with. If, for example, the whole back end changes, and we all know that IT changes all the time and all the technology, they will upgrade that and keep that fresh for us. We don't have to come back and have additional expense other than that number. And then after 4 years, we have a free design. So say at the end of the 4 years, we don't, we think we know what our city will look like, but don't know that we do. But we'd have an opportunity to do that very fresh redesign of what we're looking at. So as we evolve through this growth time, that will be exciting and a great opportunity for us to be able to look at and not have additional expense there. So part of this also includes, want you to understand what you get for your dollars besides the design, and that's extremely important. But we have on-site consultation. They'll be here with us through every step of the way, working with us, helping us on what it should look like, what it should do, what are the options available for us, and really using their expertise that they have had when working with quite a number of cities, and quite large cities, and cities who are growing and developing and have a lot of great exciting opportunities at their doorsteps as well. They also will assist us with project management. As you can imagine, this is a large project, and none of us have lack of anything to do today, so they'll help us with that. Design and production, which is critical, the programming part of it, content migration, and then also the training. So we are, I know that you've had an opportunity to look at the websites that they have shown. We looked at probably somewhere between 40, 50 different websites of cities that they've looked with. We kind of picked out ones we thought were really fun and exciting and that our leadership team really was engaged in, so that you could kind of see what we were looking at as well. So Vision Internet is our recommendation. I do have Adam here if you have any questions about Vision or would like to visit with him as well.
Okay, Mary, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
With the presentation done, if there's anyone in the audience in attendance that would like to speak about new business item number 3, feel free to step forward. Mary, go ahead. It looks like questions for Mary, or I'm guessing you're Adam.
Right here, yes.
Adam.
Greetings.
Yeah,
Steve, go ahead.
this is one of those things that's really exciting to me because I've had this bugaboo about our website for quite a while, and we've been commiserating, Cheryl and I have been commiserating about websites and how they, how powerful they are in terms of marketing and just the face of the community. So I'm very, very happy to have Adam here from Vision. I did have a couple of questions that I wanted to discuss, and maybe Adam would be a better person to talk about this with. And from the standpoint of content management, particularly source code ownership, what is Vision's policy regarding that particular aspect of the site? For example, if we decide we were going to terminate the agreement, will we still be given that code to maintain and update?
Right. As a clarification, because Vision is in a competitive marketplace, we do not allow access to our source code. However, if you would decide you want to navigate away from Vision Internet and say cut ties, you could still use the system and use that in, for a perpetual term. There would be no restriction on that.
Yeah, but new development would obviously be taking place with another company and we would, at that point, have to probably migrate our servers over, or our.
Yeah, you could,
over.
correct, you could migrate your content over to the new system.
Okay, and then the other issue, a couple of questions here about transition services, like, for example, knowledge transfer more than anything else.
Okay.
Obviously, it looks like Vision is going to be managing the content on the front side, so you would actually be given the content from our staff, and you would be uploading and managing that. Content management is huge in this, so we want to keep it fresh, but you also don't want to be, tied down to third
Right.
parties.
You're talking about initially with the current site and to the new site?
That, and also maintaining and updating content on an ongoing basis. I know that that's part of the subscription that we're talking about here. Is that correct?
As a clarification, that's not within the scope. We've worked with a lot of cities, counties. Most of them have the best and most accurate up-to-date content if they can manage it on their own. So we are here to provide the resources so that all your staff members can do that, but we don't provide ongoing content updates to the site itself as far as the news items or calendar events.
Sure. So knowledge transfer, and I like that answer, by the way. I don't want it to be tied down to a third party being required to do that middleman piece. So what kind of knowledge transfer services do you offer for staff to get them up to speed on doing content uploads and management through the website?
We do a lot in just education and the project management, as was mentioned just a minute ago. Then from there, we'll do the training as well, so you understand, so each person understands how to use the system. We also have training videos within our content management system. So if somebody, say, wants a refresher, they can quickly see those tools and utilize those. And then on top of that, they'll have 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time hours that they can actually call us, get a live person that manages the account for the city of Gardner and is there to help.
Oh, that's great. So we have an actual point of contact.
Correct.
A personal point of contact.
In addition to me, yeah.
Super. The last question is really more of a question for our staff, and that is to do with marketing and branding, and how that would tie into the site redesign, because obviously, we have logo questions and marketing questions, and again, when you're talking about the face, you could evolving that as well. So I wanted to see where where we might sit with that as well.
Yes, great question. It's kind of twofold. Number one, as you know, we are searching right now and for our special projects manager, which is our marketing, branding, grants person. So they'll be heavily involved in this as well. But also, we've already reached out to staff, to our departments, and said you need to be going out and looking to see what you would want your parts of your department to look like and work with. So it really will be hand in hand with our existing staff and then also our new marketing and branding person as well.
And do we have a possible timetable on that particular position, the marketing and branding position right now?
Yes, we have. We are getting ready to do our interviews, so I believe we'll have someone on board here within the next. I'm estimating 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, that works out perfectly because we'll be in the middle of our site redesign, so that'll help. Great, thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
So from a funding perspective, we budgeted $25,000 for this in 2014.
That is correct.
So
20,000, I think.
20,000.
20,000 for this year.
So this is, so that 20,000, I mean, this is kind of a new, we haven't used that 20,000, that would go toward this.
That is correct.
And, okay, all right.
And then we have 2 other years to.
So it looks like
to
we
get the
did
additional.
12,000 a year. So,
That's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure the 20,000 hadn't been spent on something else.
No, we're saving it for
Okay,
this.
got it.
What were the other, or who were the other bidders, and what were their bids? I didn't see that.
The other 21?
Well, not 21, but you had 4 that were interviewed.
Well,
I'd be
the
interested.
2 final, the other one was a company called Civic Live, and pricing was pretty comparable, within a few $1,000s. We looked at partnership, we looked at the different websites and different components and the ease of use, and that's what determined the recommendation to go with Vision.
So Civic Live, or?
Civic,
Yes.
Live.
yeah, Civic Live. Civic Live.
Did I see that in here, or was that?
It was part of the slideshow.
Oh.
No, please.
And